Hello friends, it's me, Penny here, and as you can see, I have gone full out Christmas for tonight's episode of the 12 Days of Coaching. And just as soon as I started the live button, my friend and little dog Ruby came to join us because she has some things to say about the 12 days of coaching. So if you've been with me the past couple of nights, you know I just am coming on for about 5 minutes to talk to you, to give you a coaching tip, because it's my thought that we just need a few. Hey Retta, how are you? I borrowed my hat tonight from Cindy Lou Who, as it turns out, and I'm hoping that I don't knock the camera over because my little red dog is down here. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. Oh my gosh, we're having a disaster because I have my red dog right behind me who is full of mischief and mayhem. I don't know where he gets it, but anyway, I just wanted to come to you tonight on the third day of coaching with a few tips. It'll just take us a little bit of time. If you've been with me since Monday, you know that I've already told you a couple of things or given you a few suggestions, and tonight it's just going to be a quick one as well because I just don't know how long I can keep this hat on my head without knocking over the entire apple cart. So anyway, here's today's tip. On the third day of coaching, my coach whispered to me, start small, or you may not start at all. So, hey Jessica, hey, thanks for joining. We're in full Christmas regalia right now, or absurdity. I found this hat today, and then I said, well, I might as well wear my Christmas pajamas to go with this whole thing. So, and then Jen, hi. So, what we're talking about is the third day of coaching, and so the idea today is to start small, or you might not start at all. And what I mean by that, well, I guess I have to just say this. With a name like Penny, I am all about small change. Yes, small change taken consistently over time is just the way you do things. You know, I feel like so many times, oh, now my dog has a Christmas tree ornament. He is all kinds of naughty right now. Come here, Ruby. So anyway, back to the tip. So it goes like this. You know, whenever we try and do these really big goals, like doing something major, it all starts with just one little step. And I think sometimes we think that one step is just, if we don't do something, you know, that saying, go big or go home. Well, I don't think so. I think just try and go a little bit, because it's that one step. You know, they say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So what's the one step, the one teeny tiny little step that you can take that no one else may even notice, but it would totally rock your world? If you took that step, if you just made the decision that I'm going to take this one little step, that will change things or get things in motion. So I really think all of these big ideas about these grand leaps. Hello, Lori. Hello, Larry. It's so nice to have you with us. Yeah, I say us because you can't see the red dog that's on the floor chasing a Christmas tree ornament. Yeah, she's wild. So anyway, yeah, it's the little steps. It's the little steps you take. And I'm guessing that probably all of you may have even taken a small step today that you may not have really thought that much about. Or maybe you did this one thing that you've been waiting to do forever and you just finally did it today. You take a small step, you start the whole process in motion. And the way I see it, well, I've heard it explained before from Abraham Hicks, if any of you listen to them, it's the idea of, like, if you're trying to get from where you are, given that you're not in San Diego right now, but then you're trying to go to San Diego, most of the time on the journey, you are not going to be in San Diego. You're going to be everywhere else but San Diego. But like, I'll just use another example that's just fresh in my mind because I was just there last week. I went to Bend, Oregon, and for me to go from Maquoketa to Iowa to Bend, Oregon, I had to go a lot of places that weren't Bend, Oregon. So I was in Denver. And the crazy thing would have been if I got to Denver and said, you know what, I'm not here yet. I'm going back to Iowa. That would be crazy, right? Almost as crazy as this hat. Yeah. But since I knew where I was going and I knew it was just going to take me a little while, I just kept right on going, and I flew right into Redmond, and oh, it was glorious. I had 3 glorious days with my friend Son, with my friend Kalok, and with my niece Catherine. It was incredible. Yeah, I love the little thank you. So I just want to encourage you that whenever you feel like you have a really big goal, let's just break it down. Just take those small, consistent steps. And the first step may just be changing your attitude a little bit. So I say start small. Don't make it so overwhelming that you think, oh, I can never do this, because really you can only do one little thing at a time, one thought after another, one foot right in front of the other foot, and just keep going in the direction of your goals, right? Does that sound good to you? Much better than leaping tall buildings or jumping tall buildings in one grand leap, however that phrase goes. So I just really am encouraging you, if you're thinking that there's something that you really want to do, just find the smallest thing that you can do. Oh, I love those. Those are so if anybody's got something that you're working on or you don't know where to start, you can just type it in for me. That would be awesome. And then I can maybe give you some advice about that. Also, I want to recap what we've done in the other 2 days. So on the first day of coaching, my coach whispered to me, does anyone remember? I left my notebook at school today, so that was a little discombobulating. But the first one was find a great community, and I was so excited to have all of you join me. And I was saying that you can do so much when you have a great community around you, and it doesn't need to necessarily be the place that you live. You can find a virtual community, and I did invite you all to join my community. So you're already part of my tribe. So if you're watching, I appreciate it, and you're part of my tribe. The second one was start where you are, because sometimes we think we have to get ourselves all together before we can start to do the thing that we want to do. I say bring the mess, bring it on, bring your whole self, put your whole self in, and let's just start small. So see, it all works together. So today, again, the lesson is start small, because if you don't, you may not start at all. You may try to take too big of a leap. You know how that goes at the beginning of the year when everybody has these New Year's resolutions and they last for about 15 minutes. Well, I think we just think we have to do this grand thing, but all big things start with one small step or one small thought. I like to say you're only one thought away from a new perspective. Yeah, thanks, Retta. You've been paying attention, Retta. Find a great community. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I've got for you today. It's not a lot. You don't have to do a whole lot, but you do have to start. And if that, maybe write down, and I would love it if you could write down for me what your small step could be. If you haven't, you might have taken it today, or maybe you'll take it tomorrow, or maybe you'll take it this weekend. Maybe, who knows? It might be shopping for a wild and crazy hat that gives you the courage to take that small step. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear from you. Actually, I'd love to encourage you to do whatever that step might be, and however I can help you, please let me know. And I will see you again tomorrow for day 4 of the 12 days of coaching. And I think I did mention last night that there may be some gifts, some Christmas gifts. That's right, some party gifts. So let's look for that tomorrow, because I think I will have some waiting for you tomorrow. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. You know, I had a few technical difficulties, and it could be because of the hat, or it could be because of the red lab running around my house right now chasing a Christmas ball. I've got to get that away from her. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'd love to see you again tomorrow for day 4 of the... Yeah, time to go. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow.